Hello and welcome. My name is Adventure, and today we will be talking about everything we know so far when it comes to Elder Scrolls Blades. So real quick, before we get too far into the video, I wanted to give you guys a list of everything that I'll be covering today. All of these will be down in the description, and they will have timestamps in case you want to skip to something. If not, watch the entire video, we'll get to everything eventually, and let me know down in the comments section if you guys want me to do some of the speculation we have about the blades. Without further ado, let's go. So what a better place to start than with some background. In June of this year at E3, Bethesda announced that they would be launching their third mobile game. This game would follow up the likes of Fallout Shelter and Elder Scrolls Legends, two games that have seen success even to this day, despite being released over 3 years ago. In fact, back in the middle of September of 2017, Fallout Shelter had amassed 100 million users, making it the #1 app in 48 different countries. Now, while this mobile game is most likely meant to hold us over until one of their bigger games come out, it's safe to say that it's still going to be a pretty good. Now, as more and more information comes out, it's pretty easy to see the potential that this game has. It could be something we've never seen before on a mobile platform. So the next two topics we'll be discussing are compatibility and release date. So initially, it will only be available for mobile devices. It will then, this is the really interesting part, be ported over to console and PC, and maybe even virtual reality. So because of the graphic intense gameplay, Blades will only be available on newer model iPhones and Android devices. This list includes the iPhone 7 all the way up to the iPhone X and anything in between. That also includes the iPhone 8 Plus and the 7 Plus. It will also include the iPad Pro and the iPad Air, as well as the Galaxy S9 and Galaxy S8. The Plus versions for those phones will also be included, as well as the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. All of this, and it'll be playable in landscape and portrait mode. So upon release of the Elder Scrolls Blades, there will be 3 game modes. 2 of the ones I want to touch on first are Arena and Abyss. When it comes to Arena, there's not much else other than a 1v1 PvP versus another online player. Now, this is about the extent we have of this. We don't know if there will be cross-platform combat, or if the combat mechanics will be the same as they are in the rest of the game. That brings us to our second game mode, Abyss. Now here's where things get interesting. Abyss is described as an endless dungeon that continually gets more and more challenging. See how far you can make it or how long you can survive, and that'll determine your success. The way I see it, this Abyss can be beneficial for leveling and obtaining new items and skills. The last interesting piece we know about it is that dungeons are a mix of human and computer generated structures throughout the entire game. The final game mode we will be discussing is the town. From everything we know so far, this town seems to be an extremely important element of the game. So essentially, this town will serve as a one-stop shop for everything you would need inside the game, but let's take a look at the town itself first.
You play as a member of the Blades. You've been forced into exile and come back to your town that's been destroyed. So you need to figure out why is it destroyed, what happened to it, and how do I restore it. So there's a full quest line that goes with this.
So from that interview alone, it seems like we will be thrown into a town in which we help construct from the ground up. It also sounds like the town will be able to be customized in a variety of different ways. Now, whether this is the style of buildings and we can place it wherever we want to, the people inside when it comes to race or what they do, or maybe just the colors of the town, it sounds like we'll be able to have it exactly as we want to. Most importantly, as your town slowly grows, so will its population. Quest shops and NPCs will come along as the town is upgraded and expanded, and the most intriguing part is that other players will be able to visit your hub. Now that right there is the option that I find most intriguing. Maybe they can come to your hub to trade from things that they have in their town to your own, or quite possibly there could be an option in which you can quest together. Maybe there will be something that you can do with the Abyss game mode with a friend, or it could just simply be that they can come and look at what you've created. Now, even though combat will be a huge part of this game, we've only seen glimpses of it so far. The 2 types of combat that we've been shown were melee and magicka, and the trailer showed that spells have a cooldown effect when used. It is unconfirmed at this time whether ranged weapon or stealth attacks will be present within the game. The melee combat consists of a rhythmic side-to-side swiping motion with a shield block thrown in when needed, and while this system doesn't seem to be too complicated, it could take some practice, especially when it comes to PvP mode. As we're still on the topic of combat, there are two different ways that you can control your character's movement. Blades offers a tap and travel mode in which you press where you want to go and your player follows. The second is a dual stick, which will mimic the effects of a controller joystick. Now the final point that I'd like to touch on for this video is character and customization. Now it has been confirmed that your player model, armor, and weapons can be customized and upgraded, but as for race and the bonuses that they yield, we can only speculate at the moment. However, in my mind, it would be safe to assume that Blades will have a similar system to games like Skyrim and Oblivion. It's also fair to assume that these skills will be similar to how they have been previously performed, but the only thing we know for sure is that skills are present and can be leveled up throughout the game. So with all of that being said, that is everything we currently know when it comes to Elder Scrolls Blades. At the time of this recording, we are about a month away from the rumored release date, and I am super excited for this game. I hope after watching this video, you guys are excited as well, and hopefully you learned something throughout this. If you did, drop a like down below, and if I missed anything, leave it in the comments. If you guys would like to see another video providing all the speculation or all the things that we think are true, like the backstory behind Elder Scrolls Blades, then also comment that. So thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for more Elder Scrolls Blades content, as there will be a ton more when the game releases, and I'll see you guys next time.